All right, guys, so in this video, we're gonna go over why you fucking hate yourself and how to actually fix it. Now, first off, I do just wanna mention, no, this video is not sponsored by Dior. I just really fuck with Dior. I really like it a lot, and always good to smell good like some Baccarat, right? Now, but guys, besides the point, what we're gonna go over in this video is why you guys fucking hate yourself so much and how you can fix it. And what that kind of starts with is the truth you guys avoid in your own heart. Now, what do I mean by that, right? You guys know subconsciously that you have something in the back of your mind where you know that, there's kind of a truth that doesn't want to be told, or you don't even want to tell yourself. And it's that position where you're in your mind, you're like, yeah, I know I'm not in the right position. I know I'm not going down the right path. And I know that I might be fucked up in a few years if I don't figure my shit out, right? And that voice in the back of your mind, you can't ignore that. And you have to know that that's there. And if you guys feel that and you sense that and you do not change, you will be fucked forever. And that's what happened to me. I didn't get fucked forever, but I still had those same thoughts. I still had those same feelings, knowing that I needed to change something about my life. I needed to change my environment. And once I knew I did that, and once I perfected that, once I perfected my life and got what I wanted and did everything like that, I knew I would probably respect myself more. And the reason you guys hate yourself is because you don't respect yourself. And that just really just ties in why you guys can't do the work. You would do the work and you would make the priority to do the work and to make the money if you actually believed in yourself and you loved yourself. Well, what does that actually come from? What does that stem from? And how do we actually fucking achieve that? Well, here's the thing. You don't hate yourself. You really might just hate the work. And it could be the other way around. You may like the work, but you really hate yourself. Now, there's two back and forths with this, and you guys actually gotta be clear on every single front. Now, what I mean by this is if you guys hate yourself, well, how are you gonna be respected on the sales call? How are you gonna be respected on the onboarding call? How are you gonna be respected in any area of business if you don't even like yourself? So first off, you gotta fix that. Second, you also got to fix your love with work, right? When you guys fix the love with work and you're like, I love the work because I know this is actually gonna get me results, you're gonna be perfectly fine. Now, section 1 is basically why you guys can't do the work. Basically, everybody blames this on discipline. If you're not disciplined, you can't do the work. Or, oh, I really just need some more motivation. Well, the thing is, you actually don't need that. You just need self-respect. Once you respect yourself, you will get in a position like I am now, right? Talking to you in a nice suit with a nice watch on here in Miami in a fucking penthouse. And this is actually achievable for you guys if you just fucking listened and you did the work every single day and you actually chose to love yourself. The reason you guys don't love yourself is really for a couple reasons. First off is maybe your body isn't in shape. Maybe you have to go to the fucking gym, right? If I looked at myself every single morning and I looked in that mirror and I was truly honest with myself and I was a skinny fuck, right? Or I was small as shit or I was fat, I would not love myself. And that used to be me. I used to be really fucking skinny, super fucking small. And then I figured it out and I was like, dude, the reason I feel like this is because I'm small and I have no success and I have nothing going for me. And I was like, dude, fuck this shit. I hate how I feel right now. And I had to figure that out for myself. And that's what I did, right? I was like, okay, fuck this. I'm gonna make myself better. I'm gonna put in the work. I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna get better, right? And that came with discipline, but that also came with loving myself. If you guys cannot love yourself, then who the fuck is gonna love you? No one will respect you. Every single man in today's world, there's a certain amount of respect that they think they deserve. And for some people, it's super small. For some people, it's a lot, right? For me, I feel like I deserve a lot of respect because of the way I've built myself and who I've become as a man. But for most guys out there, you won't deserve the respect you think you need because you're not a respectable person yourself, right? You don't have the quality traits, right? You don't look like it. You don't feel like it. You don't act like it, right? When I walk into the room, I walk with my fucking chest high, right? And I'm confident because I know I'm the fucking shit, right? My body's good, right? I'm jacked. I know who the fuck I am. I look nice, right? I smell good, right? These are all quality traits of someone, right, who looks successful or may be, I guess, deemed successful. And what this comes with, right, is procrastination. If you guys procrastinate, you're not loving yourself at that point because when you guys procrastinate, you're basically telling yourself little lies that, oh, I'll get it done later, I'll get it done later, I'll get it done later. This leaves doubts in your mind, it plants seeds, and that leads to fucking bullshit. So anyways, guys, to go back to the working out thing, if I looked at myself in the mirror and I was super fucking skinny or I was super fucking fat, I'd be pissed off at myself. And I'd look at myself and be like, why do I look like this? I don't respect the way I look. And once you guys actually build a body and you feel good and you look good, all right, you're gonna respect yourself a lot more. So first off, that comes with obviously looking good. Second to that, right, have confidence when talking. You think, I think I'm pretty good at talking, but I never used to be like this, right? I used to be very, very stuttery, didn't really like to talk to people, right? Super introverted. And then I kind of learned that just through sales and putting in action and putting in the work and getting myself in uncomfortable situations is where I actually learned, to be a respectable person. right? And that's where I actually learned the quality traits of someone who is respected. Because, you know, I would look around the world and I'd look at the guys online that were successful and whatnot, and I noticed a thing about every single one of them. Every single one of them was either fucking jacked, right? They knew how to talk, they knew how to do sales, they're confident in themselves, they looked good, they dressed good, and they just knew that they were the shit. And I saw this with every single successful man that I would see online. But then there would be some of those people out there that you would see, and you would look at them and you'd be like, holy shit, bro, you're fucking fat. Why the fuck are you not in the gym? And the thing is too, most people actually want success, but they're really just lying to themselves. And they really just want comfort in saying that, you know, they tried, right? And that's not what you actually want to be. So this ties into the reason you guys can't, you know, do the work is really because, you know, you guys just don't respect yourself. You look in the mirror, you look at yourself, and you kind of just give up, right? And that comes with, you know, you guys just being unfocused, right? If you're on TikTok all day, you know, you're smoking weed all day. I mean, obviously you can smoke weed and be productive, right? But if you're literally smoking weed and doing jack shit and eating junk food all day, that's not really going to be so productive for your life, right? So you guys got to earn self-respect with putting in the work, right? Going through the hard hours, going through the pain. That's what I had to do. That's what Marco had to do. That's what Kiwa had to do. That's what every single person that has, you know, that has built success, right, in an ethical way actually had to fucking go through, right? They had to go through the grind, they had to go through the hours, they had to go through every single piece of, you know, uncomfortableness there was, right? And for me, that was a big thing that I had to deal with. I was like, bro, this is super, super uncomfortable. But I wanted it so bad that I could literally just I could not stop thinking about it. Every single day, my mind was fucking racing, kept racing. Okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, right? There was no time for me to sit there and ponder and think like, oh, bro, like, you know, oh, it's too much work, dude, it's so hard. Like, there was no time for that. It was like, dude, I have to go. Like, I would literally wake up with so much anxiety, not anxiety in a bad way, but like, almost like, holy fuck, bro, like panic attack, like I need to work, you know what I mean? It was like, wake up, you know, like bam, like doing shit right away. Like, okay, you know, sales call, right? Hit the gym, right? Take this onboarding call with the client, put up ads, right? Coach clients, you know, shit like that. Like, I would literally wake up every single day when I first just started and I was like, holy shit, bro, like I have to just work, right? And it was just like, I don't know where this fire came from. I think it was just because I really didn't have much success like in sports and shit like that. And I was always pissed about that. I was like, damn, you know, I never was the best in sports. So I was like, fuck this, bro. Like, I'm gonna go make something by myself. You know what I mean? Like, be something, right? And I saw all these other guys out here, you know, making money online and shit like that. And I was like, bro, that seems fun. They get to travel the world, do whatever they want. And there's a lot of guys out there, you know, that would just go to the 9 to 5. And I looked at that and I was like, bro, I couldn't be asked to go to a 9 to 5 because I used to bust tables. If you guys didn't know, I used to bust tables like this, right? Wipe them down after people would eat. Probably the most degrading job in the fucking world, right? Cleaning up after people after they eat. Ridiculous, right? And I remember I was doing that job and, you know, I'd earn tips and shit like that. I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, this is not gonna get me to the point where I'm gonna be where I'm standing right now, right? You think I got here busting tables? Hell no, right? I got here because I took the action. I actually fucking bet on myself, right? And I actually took the time and I respected myself, right? This all ties back into it. Because here's the thing, guys, if you cannot build good habits and you cannot respect yourself from the start, you're not gonna build a good foundation in business, right? So at the start, what I would do is I would make sure that I was always working out, I was eating clean, I was doing my mindset shit, because if you guys are eating bullshit, you're eating Cedos, you're eating pizza, you're eating fucking pre-made chicken fingers or pizza rolls, right, for lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever it is, right, that's going to fog your brain. It's not going to make you feel good, right? There's a certain conscious level. There's a certain amount of energy that you have in your body every single day, right? And believe me, there's an energy point past that. For me, you guys can probably tell by my eye bags, they're pretty fucking bad, but I probably sleep 4 or 5 hours a night and I wake up every single day, take 10 sales calls, coach clients, do YouTube, record, go to the gym, do everything that I needed to do during the day, and I still have energy the next morning because I have so much energy. I've literally tapped into my energy field so much because I fucking love myself and I respect myself. When you guys love yourself and you respect yourself to the fullest, you're going to gain that energy inside because you love yourself so much that you're gonna be like, holy shit, I have to keep working. I have to keep working, you know? I have to keep working. There's more self-respect because you do every single task and you're working so hard. It was just little wins, little wins, little wins, little wins, little wins, and that gives you energy, right? If I go through the day and I take 10 sales calls a day, let's say I close, you know, or let's just say 5 of these guys actually show up, 10 sales calls a day, let's say 5 show up and I close 3 of these guys, that's gonna give me some fucking energy because I'm gonna be making money. Money is energy. If you guys are making money, that's gonna give you energy to make more money. And then throughout the day, it'd be like, holy shit, bro, now I gotta record, right? I gotta do this, you know, I gotta sell this guy, I gotta get back to DMs, right? I gotta, you know, post this video, I gotta post this reel, you know, I gotta go to the gym, right? It's just endless motivation, endless energy. And you guys can probably see that that in me right now, you're like, holy fuck, why do you have so much energy? It's because like I actually genuinely love what the fuck I do. Like I love speaking to the camera like this. I love doing this. I love making money. I love having fun. Because with the money, obviously you get this type of shit, you get all this stuff, and it's great. It's great. But with that, right, you get to have fun while you fucking do it. With me, I'm working hard, but I also get to buy nice stuff. I also get to go on infinite vacations, right? I get to go wherever I want, when I want. I'm going to Dubai in 2 weeks. And so it's like, the thing is that you guys could really do anything the fuck you want, right? If you just put your mind to it and you have the self-respect for yourself to know that you are the fucking shit. When I would look in the mirror, I used to look in the mirror and look at myself as degraded. I look at myself and be like, bro, who the fuck am I, right? And now when I look in the mirror at myself, I'm like, yeah, like I'm the fucking shit. Like I'm Zeke Hemmila. Like I know who I am. I know what I have to do. I know why God placed me on this earth. And here's the thing. Most of you guys disrespect God with your time. Your time is so valuable. God, gave you this life for a reason. He gave you the time for a reason. He gave you this dream in your mind for a reason. You don't neglect that. He gave you the time on this earth to go make some, go do what you need to do, right? Be successful in any way possible, or whatever that looks like for God's plan in your life. But for me, I saw success in business, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my time and energy into that. And I believe that God would bless me with that, which he obviously did, right? And I know he's continuing to bless me. So this is what you guys got to remember, right? When you have to use the time God has given you, because if you're not, then you're disrespecting him, right? Use the time God has given you to go to the gym, make your body better. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, right? So if you fill your body with good things, you work out, you're healthy, you're doing good things with your body, that's obviously going to uplift your spirit, right? You're going to get more energy from that, right? This all ties into energy, all ties into God, and all ties into, obviously being happy with yourself, being happy with who God made you to be, right? Now, some of you people are gonna look at yourself and you'll be like, well, bro, like I don't love myself, like why do I look like this? Why do I feel like this? Like you might be even mad at God. You might be even mad at God. And this is where you have to look in the mirror. You have to look at yourself because it's not God's fault. It's your fault. It is your fault where you are at in your life, right? And if you are sitting there looking in the mirror and you're fucking fat and you're poor and you're lazy and you're eating junk food all day and you're fucking jerking off, that's not gonna get you very far. No wonder you feel like crap. But when you change that, you're like, no, I'm gonna fucking change my life. I'm gonna change the trajectory of my life. And you start building those little wins, you're gonna respect yourself more and you're gonna love yourself more. And what you guys gotta do too is, I know I probably harp on this in every single one of my videos, but you gotta become the guy that's making the amount of money he's making. So if I say, okay, well, I'm making $1 million a month, you better fucking act like it, because you have to become that guy first. Right? Zeke Hemmila has to become the guy that's making $1 million every single month before he actually gets that. It's the identity. You have an identity issue. The reason you're fat is because you have an identity issue. Your identity is you believing that you're fucking fat. If you believe that you are shredded and you're fucking ripped, you're gonna start believing that subconsciously. You're gonna start going to the gym and not eating fucking junk food. It's the exact same way in business, exact same way with money. If you believe that, oh, I'm making $10,000 a month online, which is fucking minimum wage in the online space, but 10K a month, let's just say that, you have to start acting like you're making 10K a month, because if you don't, well, you're not gonna fucking achieve it. And you actually have to believe it too. You actually have that visualization in your mind with no doubt, like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna achieve it, right? I already know it. Like, I already know I have it. Now, when you guys love yourself too, truly, the world will actually change. It's the lens that you perceive it to be. So if I'm here and I'm talking to you guys and I'm looking around me and I'm like, bro, like I'm not happy with myself. I'm not happy where life is and I'm not happy with this. Well, your lens is like fogged. It's almost like fogged, right? It's when you get in that negative mindset, but when you change that and you change it to a positive mindset and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm thankful. Look at me, bro. I have all this nice stuff. I'm living in a very nice penthouse just at 20 years old. And I've only been in running online business or been an entrepreneur for a year, right? You're gonna see the positive outlook on things. Even if things go to complete shit, if they went fucking south, way south so fast, I know that I would be completely fine because I did it before. Why can I not do it again? And I just know that I'm the fucking shit. I know I will get my shit back. Now, once you guys actually start, loving yourself and respecting yourself, a lot of other people will love you and respect you too. That's a big thing I learned. Now, when you guys walk into the room, right, you got to speak with conviction, speak with confidence, but don't be too quick to speak, right? If you're going into a conversation, don't be too quick to speak and say something fucking stupid because you don't want to look like a dumbass, right? You want to go into this conversation with an open mind, see what's happening, be observant, and then when it is your turn to speak, but you speak with direction, right? You speak with certainty, you speak with conviction, and your words are sharp. And that's another thing too, your words are iron, right? With me, when I say I'm gonna fucking do something, I say I'm gonna do it. Right now, I am so fucking tired. You guys have no idea. I probably getting 4 hours of sleep, 4.5 hours of sleep a night for the past like 6 nights. I've been just working my ass off, taking calls every single day, working out, just whole bunch of shit, right? And I've been making a lot of money, which is amazing, right? But I'm so tired. I was literally not about to make this video tonight. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna go to bed. It'll be a better video tomorrow, when I'm not as tired and, I can talk better to the camera, right? But that's some bullshit limiting belief. This is the main reason you guys are fucking poor, is because you're limiting beliefs, right? For instance, I'm not gonna call up the guy's name, but I was on Instagram DMs and I was talking to this guy and he believed that he couldn't run an online business because he said he's not good at speaking. That is complete bullcrap, right? Because if you guys think in your mind, oh bro, I'm not good at speaking, I'm not good at sales, bro, of course you're not gonna be. You're gonna have that doubt in your mind, and then when you go into the sales call, or you go into that conversation, right? Or maybe even you're talking to a girl, you're going into that conversation, right? It's not gonna be good, right? You're already planting doubts in your mind, which is gonna basically just manifest in your reality, right? But if you believe that, oh, I'm a fucking G at sales, I'm the best at sales, and you're delusional as fuck, right? You're not gonna be great, but you're gonna be a lot better than saying, oh, I'm shit at sales. For me, on my first ever sales call, I was on a sales call with a chiropractor, okay? And this was in Minnesota. And anyways, they laughed at me. They laughed at me at the end of the sales call. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? I was actually super pissed. I was pretty mad. But that's where it kind of clicked for me. And I was like, bro, who gives a fuck? These people work at a chiropractic center. They manage chiropractic. Like, this guy's a fucking chiropractic doctor. Like, bro, why do I give a fuck? You know what I mean? And that's what I kind of realized, right? And this could be with any of you guys. If you get on a sales call and the person laughs at you, or you mess up, who gives a shit? You're never gonna see this person ever again in your life. And second to that, you're making money online. These people are probably at a job or wanna be in your position. You know what I mean? And they wanna make money like you. So at the end of the day, guys, you're gonna go through shit, you're gonna have shit happen to you. And at the end of the day, it's just, who are you, right? Who are you? And really think about that. Who are you, right? Because right now, right? If I look myself in the mirror, I know exactly who I am. And it's all good things. But for some of you guys, when you look in the mirror and you write that mini little list subconsciously down in your head, you don't know who you are, but you see yourself. You don't know who you really, really are, like your potential, but you see yourself as fat, lazy, can't talk, no confidence, whatever it is. And when you tell yourself this every single day, it's gonna reaffirm it in your life, day in and day out. If I thought that every day, I probably wouldn't be on this camera right now. I'd probably be in college, fucking drinking my life away, being a degenerate. But since I changed my mindset and I was like, hey, I know I'm the fucking shit. I'm gonna go make some fucking money, and I know who I am. I'm confident in myself. And tell yourself that, that's who you will become. What you perceive in your reality is what it will be. What a man thinketh, so is he. What you will think is who you will be. That's even in the Bible. And even God says that himself. And if you guys can actually attune to that and you understand that fully, because I know it's a whole bunch of fluff. I know everybody says that out there all the time, but it's actually a real thing. And if you guys can really tap into that, right, whether that be with visualizations or subliminals, changing your subconscious mind, right, reading affirmations, that's one way to help it. But you guys got to do this consistently. It's not just going to be like, oh, I do it one night and it's going to help me. No, you guys got to actually tap into this shit every single day, because mindset is probably one of the most important things and probably the main reasons I actually got here today, where I'm talking in front of the camera in front of you guys. And you guys really just have to tap into becoming that person you really just fucking admire, right? For instance, when I used to start off my entrepreneur journey, right, I used to look at, the top guys out there that are making money online, right? Like, I'm in God Cheap. There's a lot of other guys too. I looked at all these guys and I was like, holy fuck, bro. Like, dude, these guys are fucking sick. Like, this isn't actually, this isn't me fucking dick sucking or anything, but it's like, I wanted to be successful. I wanted to be a man that had respect, that deserved respect, right? That, was put together well and right, had his money right, had his mind right. And, was in a good position in life where they were well off and they were financially free and they had true freedom. Right? And that's what I wanted, and that's what I've achieved at such a young age, and it's only took me a year. For most of you guys, you think it's gonna take years. You think it's gonna take after college. You think going to college for 4 years is gonna get you here. Or you think that, oh, it's gonna take me 10 years to become a millionaire. Like, no, it fucking won't, right? On paper, in 2025, I'm a millionaire. On paper. It's crazy because I've only been an entrepreneur for roughly a year and a half. You know what I mean? Like, I started this journey off not too long ago. And the reason I got here is because I took crazy amounts of action. I fucking respected myself, and I told myself that I was going to do it, and I actually stuck to my fucking word, right? Today, I'm gonna still stick to my word, and I'm gonna go to the fucking gym no matter what, just like I'm doing this video with you guys, right? I'm gonna stick to my word and, fucking eat clean. I'm not gonna eat some fucking bullshit, right? Like a pizza or, like a hamburger that has seed oils on it, right? That's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help your mind. The reason I can think so sharp and I have so much fucking energy is because I'm eating good things. I'm filling my body with good things. That's why I look good. That's why I feel good. That's why I act good. That's why I'm so sharp with my words. That's why I'm so elegant, right? That's why I feel like there's like almost an aroma around me when I walk around, because I know that I'm the fucking shit. Right? When you walk around with your shoulders high, right, and high energy, people can feel that. People can actually feel your energy, right? So if I walk into the room, you know, with my shoulders low, and you know, I'm sad, I'm looking down, and you know, I'm not opening up myself up to the world, right? People are going to look down on you, and they're not going to respect you for that. But say, you know, I'm here at this table, right? You know, open shoulders like this, you know, with my head puffed up, talking to you guys, you know, with confidence and conviction, you're going to respect me a lot more, right? If I was on this video, this recording right now, and I was just sitting here and I was just talking like this, that's not going to get me far. You guys aren't going to respect me. You're not going to listen to my fucking video. But if I'm sitting here like this, you know, talking to you guys how I have been, you're going to respect me. And now you guys really got to win the inner war within yourself, because there's going to be desires, there's going to be temptations that are going to lead you astray, right? Whether that be, you know, eating bad food, or just not working out, or, you know, going and distracting yourself with, you know, partying, or, you know, drinking and being a fucking degen. These are all distractions of the world. And if you want to fall in those distractions, that's fine. But most people go to those distractions to flee from an internal hurt or an internal void that they have that they think they can fix. But guess what's going to fix that? It's not the partying, it's not the drinking, it's not the women. What's gonna actually fix that is becoming the best fucking version of yourself. For me, I used to be fucking sad. I hated myself, right? And I was like, bro, like, I just don't like how I look, right? I don't like that I have no money. I don't like it that I'm going to college. I don't like it that I'm working a 9 to 5. I just didn't like the position I was in, right? I just really did not like it. I really hated it. And I was like, bro, I don't want to become like everybody else, because you know, everybody was going to college, and I was like looking at the guys that were going to college. I was like, bro, these guys are fucking losers, like actual faggots. And I was like, bro, like, I'm not going to become that because I know I'm fucking better. I just know I'm the shit. I just know I'm better, and I was better all along, right? And so you guys don't, like, you know, I'm kind of coming across in an egotistical way, but that's how you kind of have to act to actually get ahead in life. You know what I mean? You have to act and know that you're just fucking better. And when you walk around like that and you have a chip on your shoulder, right, you're gonna have a lot more confidence, and things are just gonna go in your way. Let's say, you know, I walk into a room, and this goes, for example, on a sales call. I was on a sales call with this multimillionaire, this roofer, and I swear, if I went to the sales call and I didn't have the background I had, and, you know, I was sad, and I was sitting in my little room, you know, and talking to him in a low testosterone voice, and, you know, all sad and shit, it's probably not going to take me serious. But this guy took me so serious that I am building a system within his business that is going to make me millions of dollars, because he loved me so much, reminded me so much of him when he was younger, that he wanted to hire me actually inside his business and take a percent. And I believe that I'm going to take his business, I'm partnering up with him to multi-million dollars every single month, right? And I get a percentage of that, right? And that's all because I position myself in the right way. The reason you guys don't have opportunities come in your life, or the reason you guys don't have successful people talk to you, is because you're positioning yourself in the wrong way, right? If I position myself in a bad way where, you know, I'm like some guy fucking partying and doing some bullshit, I'm not going to be respected. But if I position myself in a way where I'm well put together, I'm confident in myself, and I know how to fucking talk directly, you guys are going to get a lot more respect. You're going to be a lot more confident in, you know, the way you speak and the way you act and the way you look. And a big part of this is just having true peace. A lot of you guys deal with the peace aspect. Well, how do you actually find peace? Spending that time in meditation or with God, right? For me, I like to, you know, my peace just comes from spending time with God, right? Really understanding, you know, sitting in the morning, just spending time with God, really. And also just mapping out my day, exactly what I have to do, right? That inner peace is going to come from you knowing that you're on the right path and you're doing what you have to do every single day. It doesn't matter what distractions come up, right? Not saying it's not, you know, good to have fun, right? It's good to have fun, right? You don't want to be locked in 24/7 for a whole year, right? It's not good, right? There's going to be a balancing force that is going to affect that, and that's going to be for another later video. But besides the point, right? It's good to have fun. It's still good to do shit, right? You know, go mess around a bit. But for majority of the time, you guys should be locked in and actually focused on your goals, because that's what is going to get you to where you want to be, right? And you're going to respect yourself more for actually fucking doing that. But anyways, guys, that is basically the end of the video. Okay, I know I went over a lot just about, hey, you know, actually respecting yourself, looking in the mirror, knowing who you actually want to be. And then on top of that, right, the reason you guys can't put in the work is just simply because, you know, you don't respect yourself and you're distracted. You're distracted by the things of the world. And once you change that and you tune your mind to a certain frequency, right, your whole fucking life will change. But anyways, guys, besides the point, I do got to get off to a sales call here. I'm going to close a guy for $3,000. And if you guys actually want to learn how, you know, you can get in the position I am in currently, right, and all of our other coaching clients, then all you have to do is just go to my Instagram at Zeke Hemmila, send me a DM, say that you came from YouTube, and I got you guys. I'm gonna get you on a call. We'll kind of walk through everything and see if we could even potentially help you. So whether you're looking to start an SMMA or you currently are running an SMMA, right? We have guys that made 20, 30, 40, 50 G's their first month or two in business with us, right? And that's coming from zero experience. So if you guys actually want to end up like those guys, right? Like the testimonials on our YouTubes, then hit us up and we got you.